Dallas One Construction in Hillsborough County was exploring ways on how to improve training their employees to create more retention. That's when they learned about the Federal CARES Act program called the Rapid Response Recovery Program, or R3. CareerSource Tampa Bay's Carmen Cruz was their account representative and helped them with the program.
Once this was handed to me, Carmen was with me every step of the way, from signing the contracts, sending the applicants, making sure that they qualified, what was needed at every step of the way.
The federal dollars went through the Hillsborough Board of County Commissioners. CareerSource Tampa Bay implemented the jobs program that hired people like Ryan Rothman, who says he had been looking for a job right in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic.
You know, I was not sure what I was going to do with my family, trying to support them, and you know, when this came about and the opportunity was there, it just it couldn't have been more perfect at a perfect time. It really was, I do believe, a godsend.
Dallas One Construction also hired Rachel Wilhite through the R3 program. She'd been out of work since a car accident. Then COVID-19 hit, sending her and many others looking for work.
So I ended up applying at Dallas because I needed the help, and I needed a job at the time, and it definitely helped between getting your pay from Dallas, but also from the R3 program.
The program worked out so well, Rachel has since received a promotion, and Dallas One Construction got 2 good employees out of the R3 program. CareerSource Tampa Bay helped connect talent to opportunities and companies like Dallas One Construction. Kyle Eddings is the CEO at E2 Generations, a customer software design company headquartered in downtown Tampa.
I saw the R3 program, and there was an information session that they put together, and it seemed like it could be a valuable resource for us.
The R3 program, also known as the Rapid Response Recovery Program, was part of the Federal CARES Act legislation to help businesses and job seekers during the COVID-19 pandemic. Kyle saw it as an opportunity to train new talent.
One of the challenges that we often run into with more junior talent is that there's a large investment that needs to go into that. Us being a fairly small organization, we usually are not in an opportunity to do that. We usually need folks that have already have a certain level of experience and can kind of hit the ground running.
E2 Generations hired 2 job seekers through the R3 program, operated through CareerSource Tampa Bay, with federal funding going through the Hillsborough Board of County Commissioners.
So we brought in two folks for the program. They went through a similar training, which kind of gave them a full spectrum picture at what it takes to operate and run software development projects. And then both of them have stayed on with us.
Bradley Bergeron is one of those employees. He saw work drying up right when the pandemic hit, and the R3 program came just in time.
I was doing freelance consulting up until 2020, and things had started to slow down. I actually just got married in the beginning of 2020 and wasn't working on many projects, and then everything kind of dried up on me.
He says the R3 program was a win-win opportunity for his employer and himself.
I was like, man, this is almost too good to be true. Like, they're gonna, help compensate the employer to train me and to kind of take on some of that risk of bringing on a new resource. And I really was in disbelief.
While the R3 program created an opportunity, it was Bradley who put in the hours and made it all pay off.
I feel very fortunate to be able to, have that, that onboarding ramp-up time to, kind of get my feet wet and, show them, what I can do and can be relied on. So.
Now, Bradley is working full-time as a junior full-stack developer with E2 Generations, one of the many success stories from the CARES program. When it comes to real estate, Chizit Cowan knows her business. She is the CEO and team leader of Intercross Consulting Group with Keller Williams. During the COVID-19 epidemic, she learned about a new program called the Rapid Response Recovery Program, or R3.
My accountant actually introduced me to the program. We were talking about expansion and growing the business and hiring more people, especially assistants and agents, and we have kind of a call center mechanism as well. So he mentioned this program to me. He said this would be a great program for you to partner with, and that's when he introduced me to the rep from CareerSource.
Federal monies from the CARES, or R3 program, flowed through the Hillsborough Board of County Commissioners. The JOBS program was implemented with the help of CareerSource Tampa Bay. Matching employees looking for work with businesses like Cowan's, the program allowed her to expand her business.
So it was good to be able to say, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I need the ideal candidate to do, and then say, by the way, here are the qualifications, here's what I need, and here. Like, I could take it off my plate and get back to the business, which was already swimming. And I needed help, but I didn't have time to stop and get the help, if that makes sense.
Jessica was one of hundreds of job seekers who found work through the R3 program in 2020.
Absolutely. During COVID, so many people's business was down. People were out of jobs. I mean, me, myself, I hadn't worked the last time 11 years due to my disabled husband. So this gave me a chance to actually find a job during COVID. Who else can say that?
Jessica says that anybody else looking for employment during these tough times should consider reaching out to CareerSource Tampa Bay.
They are amazing. They work with you hand in hand. They help the employers. It's a win-win, both sides, for employers and employees.
Jessica has become a vital part of Cheez-Its real estate firm, so much so they're continuing to grow.
So for me, just being able to hire Jessica was profound, because she was able to now help me. Now we're hiring 2 more people. So she was able to create traction in the business that took us to another level, to now there's another need for somebody else.
This is just one of the many success stories being told throughout the CareerSource Tampa Bay region of how the community worked together with the CARES program in Hillsborough County to get people and businesses back to work.